There we go.
Hi, Samuel. How are you today?
Pretty good, pretty good. Long time no see.
I know it's been quite a while. So, what have you been up to since I saw you last? How's everything going?
Pretty good so far. Second semester started. Finally got into the algebra class I needed.
Nice.
Uh,
That's awesome.
yep, I've been working on my major in biology, minor in music.
Nice. That's great. That's awesome. That's
hmm
fantastic. I'm so glad to hear that. So with your music major, are you singing or are you playing a different instrument?
so far it's been a mix, kind of a weird mix because the for my minor, I have to have I think it was 4 to 8 uh classes in choir,
Hmm.
mainly because I don't play a symphony instrument and I don't play a band instrument.
Okay.
The only thing I play is piano.
Sure. That's great.
hmm Yep. And I
I
and
feel
I
like
mean I enjoy
piano's like one of the most necessary instruments, like one of the ones, I mean, it's needed all the time. So I think that's great.
exactly. It's the universal instrument. So I
Hmm.
decided to plus I wanted to finish up the classes I couldn't take in piano because a little while ago, I don't remember if I told you or not. I think I did, but my piano teacher couldn't make it through COVID.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
But it's nice to know that I got a teacher that still teaches some of her previous students too.
Hmm. Yeah.
hmm So yep, along with that, I've been trying to start learning how to make music
Hmm.
and all around just trying to understand sound in general. I
That's
think the
great.
science between sound and the neural system, neuron,
Hmm.
so
Yeah.
nervous system, I find that super interesting.
Yeah, I agree. I think it is too. Very cool. That's
hmm
fantastic.
Yep. Now I'm
Well, it
doing as
sounds like you're having a really good time with that.
you can say that again.
That's fantastic. All right. Okay, so then what would you say for as we are diving back in, what would you say is kind of your main focus as we get started today? What would you feel like would be the most helpful thing for you today?
I think the most helpful thing would be getting back into making a reel
Okay,
because I was close last time, but I couldn't really see it as rep
sure.
I mean,
I
I
think
like the
too, you
scripts and
kept improving. And so, like old clips that you had made, you were like, I feel like that doesn't really showcase where I'm at now. And I feel like as you kept improving more and more, you were like, oh, but I really want to record new clips. And so, so I get that you were, learning all the time and improving all the time. And so having examples to showcase, everything that you had learned because you were constantly, growing and getting new voices, but you had quite a few really solid clips. So from there, it's pretty easy to turn that into a reel. So,
That's true.
yeah. So I think you were really close.
Yeah, I'm my biggest critic.
Yeah.
But yeah, this time I'm gonna work hard to get back to where I was because
Mhm.
I'm not letting those 4 years go to waste.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I know that it's been, quite a while since we got together but you've got all the equipment that you need. You've got so much of the information and knowledge base now. So I think, if you really, dive back in and, get your nose to the grindstone, you can pretty
hmm
quickly dive in because it was, establishing the skills you needed, understanding the business, and you did all those things and you've got your home studio set up. And so I think you're in a great position now to really dive into it. So it's
And do you
exciting.
know what's the best part?
What?
I recently got a promotion at the job I work at. So
Nice.
I'm now making $20 an hour.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm gonna use it to, well, of course, I gotta keep. I gotta start working. But what my goal is that I want to make because we're gonna move soon. I want to
Oh,
make
okay.
an actual. I mean, I got the good equipment, but I mean stuff to kind of fine tune it.
Hmm.
Like, of course, the pads, like the sound dampening pads,
Yeah.
because
Hmm.
down here it echoes insanely.
Right. Yeah. Even if you don't have the other sound, the walls are gonna bounce it back sometimes.
hmm
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. Being like, oh, I gotta work on that.
Yep. But yeah, I'm super excited.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, with the move, then, as you're setting up your space, one of the easiest, least expensive things you can do is get some moving blankets. And then if you hang those will be really good for helping to stop that reflecting the sound back. And if you just get like some rug and like put it on the floor, you just want it to be dampening so you don't have the reflected bouncing sound. Um, Another thing you can do is get something like a Chaotica eyeball or just like one of the screens that have foam, or like one of the boxes that you put the mic inside that has the foam, and that's going to give it more of a studio effect as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so that may be a good thing to look into, because you can get a microphone shield like that to put your mic inside of, and that'll help a lot with that sound reflection.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just
Yeah,
looking it up now. Sound
sure,
Shield
yeah.
looks really cool. The Chaotica eyeball, that
Mhm.
looks, I mean, what I
So
mean
you
is that it
literally
looks,
put your mic inside of it. It's great, but there are less expensive options for the same kind of effect as well. So, like if you just kind of like Google it, you'll find knockoff versions that are every bit as good that are a little less expensive too.
yeah, I'm Googling it right now. Looks pretty, looks pretty cool.
Hmm.
But yeah, definitely gonna be put that on my wish list.
Yeah. So I think that'll help a lot. I mean, even if you had something just like old blankets at your house that no one's using, you can just hang those around yourself. One of my students, they took 2x4s and they built like a box, basically like a little cubicle, and they just
Oh,
hung blankets all around it, and that worked really beautifully.
oh, that's genius.
Hmm. Yeah. So there's a lot you can do that's pretty cost effective and gets you a really high quality sound.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna
My
look at.
last place I lived, in a walk-in closet. It was a smaller walk-in closet, but it worked. I put a really small desk in there. And what I did is my mom had a bunch of old towels she wasn't using. It had carpet on the ground, so I took the old towels and just like thumbtacked them all over the walls. And then it didn't have
Oh,
any of the bouncing. It got rid of it.
oh,
So,
that's genius.
mhm. Yeah. So it got rid of that, and it was pretty quiet inside of the closet anyway. Like it didn't really have, the only thing you could ever hear is there was a bathroom on the other side, and if anyone like flushed a toilet or something, you'd hear that. But
Yeah.
usually when I was recording, I was there by myself anyway, so like no one was in the bathroom. But it was pretty quiet. It worked really well. So there's
hmm
definitely a lot that you can do, that's pretty cost effective and works really well. So.
Yeah. Yeah. And I just noticed that's another thing too. I'm downstairs, so a lot of the footsteps are easily heard.
Hmm.
When we move, I'm gonna end up upstairs.
Okay.
So that's gonna be even better.
Nice. That's awesome.
Only a few more months till it's done.
That's awesome. Well, keep up the good work building that great studio space. I feel like it's um, it's just kind of a work in progress where you're always trying to figure out how to make it better and better. So,
hmm
yeah. So then, for today's session, I know that you mentioned narration. I'm
Yep.
just kind of
hmm
curious about what you're thinking in terms of starting out, like what you feel like would be the most helpful here at the beginning.
So maybe finding like a script that kind of my normal voice range is comfortable
Sure.
with.
Yeah.
So maybe. something like a chilling documentary on some history,
Okay.
or
Yeah.
maybe something like what was there what's that? There was a sci-fi movie that had a narration all the time.
Oh.
I don't remember what it
Mm,
was called though.
yeah, I'm trying to think. There are a few movies that I've seen that are like that. I'm trying to remember. There was one called Hidden Figures, which is like women working with NASA that has a really prominent narrator throughout. I know I've
Oh,
seen the
yep.
one you're talking about, but I can't remember the name. But yeah, there's a sci-fi one that has a really prominent voice narrator throughout it as well. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, there you'll find where there's a narrator for a film or a TV show that's like almost like a character. Like think of things like Gossip Girl, that have
Yup.
a narrator that's essentially a character in there.
Hmm. Yup. And
So,
then there's some of the video, even like some smaller shows. I think
hmm
there was Teen Titans, where the
yeah,
announcer actually interacted, like fourth wall break
right.
with the
hmm
characters.
Yeah, you're right.
Hmm.
That's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I think that, those are really good examples, um, that you can reference. So, um, yeah, if you can think of that kind of thing. So narration can be something that's, it doesn't have to be just an audiobook. It could be the car navigation system, There are all
Yeah.
kinds of different ones you'll find. So,
Yeah. Oh, like on a like one of those fancy fridges, ones that greet you.
mhm. Yeah, for sure. So then, thinking today about what we want to do as far as starting out, do we want to focus on narration? Is there anything else that you want us to focus on today? You want
Um,
to start with commercials or character voices?
Probably character voices. Over the
Okay.
time, I've seen few more reels made by other
hmm
people.
Yeah.
And what I think is really cool is when they have like interactions between
hmm
characters.
Yeah, for sure.
And and I think another thing that kind of boosts it is kind of those subtle, like those. Remember last time we were working on the reel, we added those effects.
hmm
I was thinking they used it a lot more, like a lot more tuning, but also a bit quieter, kind of more subtle. Like you can actually see it in your head playing out.
hmm
Meanwhile, when I was building the script, I didn't put as much effort, I'm gonna say.
hmm
So yeah, I want to hit the ground running with narration and characters.
Yeah. Nice. I love it. Okay, so do you have any in mind already that you want us to work on particular scripts, or do you want me to help you find some right now?
If you could help me find some, that'd be great.
No problem at all. All right, so thinking about some of the narration types of scripts, do you want to start with something pretty straightforward like nonfiction, fiction? Do you want us to look at some of the less often thought of narration types of scripts like e-learning or things like if you're doing a guided recorded tour at a museum, things like that. The navigation system, things like a voicemail for a corporation that someone might call. Do you want to dive into that kind of thing? Do you have any ideas like topics, history, science?
Uh, do you think we could go with an e-learning first? Because
Sure,
I've seen
absolutely.
a lot of them on backstage. A lot of
hmm
people pay pretty good for yeah, the
Yeah,
training videos,
right.
hmm Plus they use your voice for the company, so you get
Yeah,
paid that extra little bit more.
yeah.
And I'm a greedy
Okay.
capitalist. I like money.
You're like, I would like to be paid, thank you. That'd be great.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be
Okay.
swell.
Okay. So this is for a corporate training video. It has a couple notes on like what they would be seeing on the screen while you're narrating as well. So that just
Okay.
gives you context. Um, so it tells you the visual employees interacting in a meeting, smiling and actively listening, and then the narrator. Um, so yeah, it's just kind of like a generic maintaining professionalism creates trust and credibility. So it's probably like a new hire kind of a thing
Okay.
where they're just kind of going through some of the expectations of the company for new hires. So they talk about punctuality, respect and courtesy, accountability, just kind of like generic professionalism.
Okay.
Okay, so take a glance through there. And then let's just try that first chunk, the narrator professionalism, through a few key principles. Let's just do that first chunk there.
Hmm. Yep, I can do that. Okay. Professionism. Oh. Professionalism is more than just how you dress. It's about how you present yourself, interact with your colleagues, and handle workplace situations. Here's a few key principles. Should I go on for the rest or?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. 1. Punctuality matters. Arriving on time shows respect for others' times and contributes to workplace efficiency. Number 2. Respect and courtesy. Treating coworkers with kindness and respect fosters collaboration and productivity. Number 3. Accountability. Your own responsibility, your own responsibilities and follow through on commitments. Maintaining professionalism creates trust and credibility in the workplace.
Okay. All right. So, what do you normally hear when you're listening to those kind of corporate sounds? What are you looking for? What are they looking for? What are the things that you commonly hear?
Hmm. I always hear elevator music playing in the background of them.
Hmm.
Um, when I think of a corporate video, I always think of kind of them walking through the situations, like if they're describing what to do in the shop, like all the tools and stuff, they'll walk through the garages full of them. Um, and what I hear from the actual speaker is kind of like that, a little bit engaging, but
Yeah.
honestly, a little bland because they're trying to keep you informed and not distract you about what's going on,
Hmm.
about what they're trying to teach.
Yeah.
Hmm. Because the easier an employee can understand what they expect out of you, the
Hmm.
easier they can get you on the job
Yeah.
and trust that you'll be capable on the job.
Hmm. Nice. All right. So we want it to sound very professional, polished, probably welcoming. Um,
Yeah.
they're talking about company standards, so I would think a little bit more like an affluent kind of sound, a little more like highly educated, um, clean, clear diction. Think about things like it's sounding very polished. Yeah. Can we try it
Yeah.
again?
Yes, we can. Professionalism is more than just how you dress. It's about how you present yourself, interact with your colleagues, and handle workplace situations. Here are a few key principles. Number 1, punctuality matters. Arriving on time shows respect for others' time and contributes to workplace efficiency. Number 2, respect and courtesy. Treating coworkers with kindness and respect fosters collaboration and productivity. Number three, accountability. Your own responsibilities and follow through on your commitments. Maintaining professionalism creates trust and credibility in the workplace. Mm,
Okay. All right. So I would love to hear, so always have like a smile on your face because we're going to hear it in the sound. I'd love to hear a little bit more pitch variation, so those peaks and valleys. And I would also love for you to think a little bit more about the phrasing and the pauses. So where you see that there are punctuation marks or indications that there would be a pause there. And then after a longer pause, let it feel like it kind of kicks off a new section, like between a paragraph to another section. Okay?
yep, I can do that. Professionalism is more than just how you dress. It's about how you present yourself, interact with your colleagues, and handle workplace situations. Here are a few key principles. Number one, punctuality matters. Arriving on time shows respect for others' times and contributes to workplace efficiency. Respect and courtesy. Treating coworkers with kindness and respect fosters collaboration and productivity. Number three, accountability. Your own responsibilities and follow through on your commitments. Maintaining professionalism creates trust and credibility in the workplace. I think I messed up with the timing.
That's all right.
Mind if I try it again?
Go for it.
Professionalism is more than just how you dress. It's about how you present yourself, interact with your colleagues, and handle workplace situations. Here are a few key principles. Number one, punctuality matters. Arriving on time shows respect for others' times and contributes to workplace efficiency. Number two, respect and courtesy. Treating coworkers with kindness and respect fosters collaboration and productivity. Number three, accountability. Your own responsibilities and follow through on the commitments. Maintaining professionalism creates trust and credibility in the workplace. How's that?
Nice. Very good. How do you feel about it?
I think it went pretty good. I like it.
I think so too. All right, excellent. So then I like that better. Mm, when you do, because we have like the list, right? One,
Yep.
punctuality matters. Then there's a dash, right? So have
Yeah.
a little bit more like one, then you pause. Punctuality matters. Pause. Arriving on time shows respect for others' time and contributes to workplace efficiency. And then you'll pause again, right? So make sure that you're giving it a little bit more of like, let it breathe between a little bit more. And then change your
Okay.
speed between. So, like when I have a really bold, like respect and courtesy, that's big and bold. So, I'm going to say it more slowly and make sure that it's a focus. And then when I get past that pause, a little bit faster. Treating
hmm
coworkers with kindness and respect fosters collaboration and productivity, right? So, I want you to think about, really making it feel like that big, bold, highlighted title is going to be like, boom. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So let's try that again.
hmm Professionalism is more than just how you dress. It's about how you present yourself, interact with your colleagues, and handle workplace situations. Here are a few key principles. 1. Punctuality matters. Arriving on time shows respect for others' times and contributes to workplace efficiency. Number two, respect and courtesy. Treating coworkers with kindness and respect fosters collaboration and productivity. Number three, accountability. Your own responsibilities and follow through on commitments. Maintaining professionalism creates trust and credibility in the workplace.
Nice.
Mm,
What do you think
yeah,
of
I
that?
liked it. I liked it too.
I know it
Uh,
feels funky, but also for the sake of the person doing the editing, that makes it a lot easier for them.
That's true. But yeah, I liked it. I like how it turned out in that last one.
Good. Excellent. Great. Okay, so then let's have we're gonna have you try going on to another one. Let's see what we want to do here. Okay. So, with that narration in mind, do you have another particular kind of script that you want to do?
Mm, do you mind if we do something sciencey?
Sure. Absolutely. All right. Sciency. Let's see what we can
Sciencey.
find. Mhm.
Yes, the atom, the nucleus,
Mm.
and all. Ahoy. Do you ever play around with the voices? Like even
Yeah,
not for a job?
I do.
Okay.
I think that my family and friends would say I make weird voices all the time.
All the time, I.
Okay. This seems like it's kind of like it could be like for a program to like do school at home or something.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, it's a little too long, so I'm just gonna do that first part here. All right. Okay. So let's take a look here.
Oh wait, there is something about the atom.
Yeah, that's why I was specifically looking to see if I had any.
uh, okay. So what I'm thinking already, just eyeballing it,
Sure, yeah.
is that I should speak a little more engaging because, attention span for I'm gonna guess this is grade school stuff. And it's
Yeah.
not
It's
that.
pretty straightforward and simple. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't need something super bland.
Hmm.
Like when I talk, I gotta try and make it seem engaging for their short attention spans to grab hold.
Yeah. Exactly. If it's small kids, your target audience is very different. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, they have a choice. They have a choice on paying attention or not.
Right. Okay. So let's go ahead and we're gonna take a look here and
Yep.
just read through it and then we'll try it out loud once. Remembering that it's little kids, so we gotta grab their attention.
Yeah. I can do this. What is an atom? An atom is the smallest unit of matter that retains the properties of an element. Every element on the periodic table is made up of atoms. And the type of atom determines the chemical properties of the element. Atoms consist of three primary particles: protons, neutrons, and electrons. Protons are positively charged particles found in the nucleus or center of an atom. The neutrons have no charge, and they're also located in the nucleus alongside the protons. Electrons are negatively charged particles that orbit the nucleus in various levels or shells.
Nice. Yes. So we have to make it sound exciting so that they are excited to learn it and want to, pay attention.
Mm-hmm. True that. Kind of thinking of Bill Nye and that
Right.
that other guy. I don't remember
Hmm.
his name. He's the astrophysicist.
Professor Proton or something.
I
I
think
don't
so.
know.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, all right. So make it sound a little bit like, hey kids, let's learn science. So what is an atom? An atom is the smallest unit of matter that retains the properties of an element. So think like if you were doing story time with like little 5-year-olds at the library and you have to like have
Oh,
that really high energy. Yeah.
yup.
And also like let's pretend that they're very dim-witted 5-year-olds. Okay.
Very, yeah.
So you have to
Yeah.
really bring out those important key information things. Yeah. Let's try that
Yup.
again.
Hey kids, what is an atom? An atom is the smallest unit of matter that retains the properties of an element. Every element on the periodic table is made up of atoms, and the type of atom determines the chemical properties of the element. Atoms consist of three primary particles: protons, neutrons, and electrons. Protons are positively charged particles found in the nucleus or center of an atom. Neutrons have no charge. But are also located in the nucleus alongside the protons. Electrons are negatively charged particles that orbit the nucleus in various energy levels or shells.
Nice,
Hmm?
exactly. Yeah, I think, when you're dealing with kids kind of things, it's just a different vibe generally. So, yeah, I like that a lot better for this particular script. Okay, the next two chunks I put in there are for like a fantasy adventure game, video game with a narrator. All right, so let's take a look at those two chunks, and I want you to pick your favorite of those two, and let's work on it.
Mm. Could you ask the question again? I kind of
Oh
forgot.
yeah, just look at these two scripts, the Long Ago in a World Shrouded or Now a Lone Hero Stands. Just pick one of those two chunks there in the chat.
Oh, okay. I'm kind of liking the first one a little more.
Great.
Think it's got like a really powerful dark vibe to
Yeah, I agree. Go
it. Mind if I try
for it.
it? Long ago, in a world shrouded in legend, there was a land where magic flowed like the rivers, the ancient secrets hid beneath the very earth. In this realm, dragons soared across the sky, and the creatures of all shapes and sizes roamed the dense forests. But with the passing of the centuries, a dark force began to stir, threatening to cast the world into shadow.
Nice. Very good. Great.
Thank you.
All right, so I like that you created a character voice there. That's a lot of fun. So
Hmm.
then, all right, so thinking about this particular script, what do you feel like is our target audience here?
Mm, I'm thinking about hmm. Honestly, I'm kind of getting a bit of a PBS Kids episode, PBS Kids channel,
Nice.
or something really contrasting,
Mm-hmm.
like uh like a prequel to Lord of the Rings. But
Yeah.
I think the target audience is still in the kids range,
Mm-hmm.
so
Probably a
gotta
little
be
bit
really
older
attention.
kids, though, I would think.
Yeah. Yeah. Kids that can understand right from wrong, evil and good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then let's go ahead and we are going to try it again, really trying to set the tone. So think about the ambiance, um, and kind of like the pacing of the game as well. I feel like this probably is going to be a little bit slower, really bringing out those key words and a lot of descriptive words too. So I want you to think about the descriptive words and bringing out like secrets, shrouded, magic flowed like the rivers, ancient secrets, dragon sword. Think about those kind of descriptive words and creating that world for them.
Yup. Okay. Just let me give it another quick pre-read. Hmm. I'm trying to think of a voice to use. Okay, I think I got it. Long ago, long ago, in a world shrouded in legend, there was a land where magic flowed like rivers, the ancient secrets hid beneath the very earth. In this realm, dragons soared across the sky, and creatures of all shapes and sizes roamed the dense forests. But in the passing of the centuries, a dark force began to stir, threatening to cast the world into shadow.
Nice. Good. Excellent. All right. So then let's see. So I like the character voice you created. I like the pacing there. Um, I like to like your character sounds a little bit older, like you're like older and wiser, you lived long ago kind of a thing.
Yeah, I was there when it happened.
Yeah. Yeah. So then yeah, I like that kind of ambiance. Is there anything that you feel like you'd want to change about it? Like, do you want them to feel scared? Do you want them to feel excited? Do you want them to feel curious? Do you want them to feel, like they're about to partake on a vengeance quest? Like, what kind of feeling do you want to evoke with them?
Hmm. I kind of want to definitely I want them to feel scared. I want them to feel like they're the only one that can do this. I want them to feel energized.
Yeah,
That
energized. Great.
they're the only ones that can do it.
Awesome. Good. So then let's go ahead and try it again. And I want you to make them feel like, they are the only one who can do this job. And it's like, you've got to do it. And, trying to get them really excited for this, that they're called to this, rescue mission or something.
Yes, called to their fates.
Exactly.
Let's do it. Long ago, in a world shrouded in legend, there was a land where magic flowed like the rivers, and the ancient secrets hid beneath the very earth. In this realm, dragons soared across the sky, and creatures of all shapes and sizes roamed the dense forests. But with the passing of the centuries, a dark force began to stir, threatening to cast the world into shadow.
Nice. Good.
Mhm.
Excellent. So how'd that feel?
I liked it a lot. Had a bit more energy, kind of a little more urgency in the voice.
I agree. Yeah, that it's like a call to arms, right?
Hmm.
It's like, okay, like we can do it, guys, you know?
You are
We need
help.
you.
Yeah.
Rise up.
Rise up, heroes, and vanquish thy beast.
Yes. Yes, very good. All right. So then let's go ahead and um let's try another script then. So the next one down, skip that now alone hero and go to the in 500 feet, turn right onto Maple Street. So this is going to be more like if you're the voice for a guided navigation system. All right. So
Hmm.
with this, it needs to be very clean, very clear, very informational, making sure that they know exactly what to do. So making sure that clarity and articulation are the main thing here.
Can do. Hmm. In 500 feet, turn right into Maple Street. Stay in the right lane. Continue straight for 2 miles. Your destination is ahead on the left. In 1 mile, take exit for Route 45 north. Stay in the left lane for the exit ramp. Mm, do you mind if I
Yeah,
try
I
that
think
again?
just like friendly, clear, efficient.
Yeah, kind of on the dot.
hmm Yeah, so let's try that.
Mm-hmm. In 500 feet, turn right into Maple Street. Stay in the right lane. Continue straight for 2 miles. Your destination is ahead on the left. In 1 mile, take exit for Route 45 north. Stay in the left lane for the exit ramp.
Nice.
Yeah,
Good. How'd that
I
feel?
like that one. I like that one a bit more than the first one.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So I think, it can be, I would say it could be just a hair faster, maybe just kind of based on navigation systems that I've listened to, the pacing. So I feel like you could go just a hair faster, but otherwise I really liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Can we try it one more
Yeah.
time?
Yup. Yeah, if I'm too slow, they're gonna miss the turn. In 500 feet, turn right onto Maple Street. Stay in the right lane. Continue straight for 2 miles. Your destination is ahead on the left. In 1 mile, take exit Route 45 north. Stay in the left lane for the exit ramp.
Nice.
Something I, something I just noticed is that I didn't quite see before that kind of Alexa, Siri, or GPS stuff. They kind of
Yeah.
put the high bits
Hmm.
on the, well, emphasize on the important parts like turn or stay, kind of like with directions like left or right,
Yeah.
or when they're saying something like continue as opposed to something like straight,
Hmm. Yeah, I
or
love it.
mm-hmm,
Nice. All right. Yes. So making sure maybe those keywords are brought out. That's a really good observation. So in 500 feet, turn right onto Maple Street. Stay in the right lane. Continue straight for 2 miles. Think about really highlighting those important keywords.
mm-hmm. In 500 feet, turn right onto Maple Street, stay in the right lane, continue straight for 2 miles. Your destination is ahead on the left. In 1 mile, take exit Route 45 north. Stay in the left lane for the exit ramp.
Nice. Very
Mm-hmm.
good. How'd that feel?
Yeah, I liked it a lot. Felt a lot more clear and easier to do.
Good. That's great. Awesome.
Hmm.
Okay, so then let's try this last one is a podcast intro for a true crime podcast. It looks like the only thing is you'll put your name in as the host.
Okay.
So let's go
Sounds
ahead
pretty
and
spooky.
try. Just reading through here. Now, it is a true crime podcast. So think about that as far as the tone.
The tone, gotta keep the readers in suspense. Gotta make them feel like there's something around the corner.
Yes.
Gotta gotta make the voice a little quieter so they gotta really tune in. Divert their focus
Yes.
just to me. Welcome to Crimes Uncovered, the podcast that delves deep into the chilling stories of real life mysteries, shocking crimes, and the dark truths lurking beneath the surface. I'm your host, Samuel, and together we'll navigate the twists and turns of unsolved cases, notorious criminals, and the lives changed forever by these haunting events. Tonight, we explore a case that has left a lasting mark on the community. A crime so twisted, the truth feels just out of reach. This is a story of the Cornstalk Killer and its tale filled with deception, fear, and unanswered questions. Join me as we uncover the detail, unravel the mystery, and try to make sense of the unthinkable. Are you ready to walk down this dark path with us? Because the truth is waiting to be discovered.
Nice. Very nice. That was great. All right. So, how did you like it?
I liked it a lot. Kind of like that slow down, kind of mellow, but also ominous sort of style. A little
Yeah.
more like Hannibal Lecter from the
Hmm. Yeah,
I recently watched that movie and that was scary as hell.
it is. Yeah, I only recently watched it myself and I agree. I was like, oh,
Oh, do you know how many movies they have of that too?
it freaked me out.
Right?
He's creepy.
He
Yeah, so
is.
you could think about like setting the stage for telling them all about Hannibal Lecter.
Yo. Yup, I gotta get them into that vibe like they're talking directly to Lecter.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Gosh,
So why don't
okay.
we think of that? That's what you're introducing is his story.
Okay.
Welcome to Crimes Uncovered, the podcast that delves into the chilling stories of real life mysteries, shocking crimes, and the dark truths lurking beneath the surface. I'm your host, Sam, and together we'll navigate the twists and turns of unsolved cases, notorious criminals, and the lives changed for forever by these haunting events. Tonight, we explore a case that has left a lasting mark on this community. A crime so twisted the truth just feels out of reach. This is the story of the Cornstalk Killer, and it's a tale filled with deception, fear, and unanswered questions. Join me as we uncover the details, unravel the mystery, and try to make sense of the unthinkable. Are you ready to walk down this dark path with us? Because the truth is waiting to be discovered.
Nice. Very nice. Okay, good. So what did you think of that take?
I liked it a little more. I think that subtle accent he has
Hmm.
really, really fits the tone because it's like he doesn't want to complete the words.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's a really good way of articulating that. Nice.
Hmm.
Good.
It's like his mouth is always in this perpetual creepy smile. Because while I was doing that voice, I had to like unhinge my jaw forward to do like
Yeah.
kind of create a little more chamber.
Hmm. Nice. Very good. All right. So I think it would be great if maybe this week you could try recording each of these, and then we'll have quite a few examples, um, of you doing narration. So I think that would be great. Do you feel like
Hmm.
you could do that? You could like copy these and put them into a note or a document and then try recording these this week?
Just did actually. Well, not the
Perfect.
record part, but I got
Right.
them
You
got
got
them
the
on the
scripts.
computer.
Perfect.
And
Yeah.
now that I'm out of high school, it's going to be way easier to get the time.
Oh,
Not to mention, last
awesome.
semester, I spent the whole year learning how to schedule, well, whole semester. So yeah, I'm a
Nice.
little more organized with this stuff now.
Love it. That's good news. That's great.
Yep, I'm hitting the ground running, and I'm gonna make sure I pull through.
Love it. Awesome. I was thinking if you wanted to add anything else to this narration work, it might be nice to find something where you get to do some like character dialogue back and forth. So maybe finding some dialogue from a book, like a fiction book with a couple characters talking back and forth. What do you think?
I think that's gonna be a fun idea.
Nice. Awesome. Great. So
Hmm.
I think that would be a good thing to add to our collection of narration scripts.
Will
Okay.
do. I'm gonna put that as a note on the pad I recorded all these on, so then
Sure.
I don't forget to do that this week.
Absolutely. Awesome. Well, great work today. Great diving back in today. When you get them finished, if you want to maybe export it as an MP3 and then email it to me so I could take a listen, that'd be great. Um, and we'll find another time and we'll get back together soon, okay?
Sounds like a plan.
Awesome work today, Samuel.
Thank you very much.
I look forward to hearing them.
Yup, and I look forward to hearing the reviews.
Alrighty, we'll chat soon. Have a great evening.
Yeah. See
Bye.
ya.